The audio on this episode is ever so slightly fucked up. You might not have known if we didn't tell you though. So enjoy.
It's time to leave your cinematic troubles behind. Let the takes flow through you. And let the noise from the zeitgeist subside. Welcome to Cast Against Time.
So hungover. Oh man, what a day to be alive.
You ever, I might have asked you this question off mic. You ever get so hungover that you're not hurty from the hangover? You're not spinning, you're not hurting. You're just still drunk.
Yeah, do you feel, yes, to answer your question, I have felt that. Do you feel nauseous? Do you feel?
I don't. I feel fine,
wavery?
actually. I'm ready to take on the world.
You came in hot after some whiskey drinking last night.
I was hurty. There was too much whiskeying, too much of the brown. I went to Browntown. And
straight brown.
Sometimes when you go to Browntown, it hurts.
Just Browntown? No beer?
There was mixing. There was mixing.
I feel like it's the mixing rather than just the Browntown.
Listen, at the very least, I was with company that usually makes the grave error of ending the night with wine. I did not do that. I think that's the worst kind of hangovers, when you end the night with wine.
Yeah, you got to start with wine.
Speaking of wine, have you heard the heady wines of His Holiness in terms of the world of cinema?
No.
What? You're just not online enough.
What is this? What are you referring to?
The Pope.
Leo, yes.
Leo the 14th.
His Letterboxd.
Was that at a Letterboxd thing?
Yeah. They asked him his top 5.
He had some really beautiful words to say. He said, apparently His Holiness was like doing some kind of thing where he was welcoming the big business personalities of Hollywood into the Vatican for some kind of reception.
Yeah, wasn't like De Niro there?
I wouldn't be surprised. He said, "It's wonderful to see that when the magic light of cinema illuminates the darkness, it simultaneously ignites the eyes of the soul."
I thought he was going to say the Lord.
Indeed, cinema combines what appears to be mere entertainment with the narrative of the human person's spiritual adventure. One of cinema's most valuable contributions is helping audiences consider that their own live, clearly the IndieWire doesn't have an editor.
Or this is what he actually said.
One of cinema's most valuable contributions is helping audiences consider their own life. This, I think, is what they mean. Look at the complexity of their experiences with new eyes and examine the world as if for the first time. In doing so, they rediscover a portion of hope that is essential for humanity to live to the fullest. I find comfort in the thought that cinema is not just moving pictures. It sets hope in motion. Hey, this is a cinema show. This is what we're trying to do. We're trying to keep the goddamned art form alive.
So the Pope nailed it then.
And His Holiness came in and offered a stirring and sweeping endorsement of our chosen medium, and you shat upon it. You shoot upon it.
He rambled on.
Oh, he was too verbose in his defensive film.
We need short sentences here.
I
need 15 seconds.
Sorry.
What films did he pick?
I don't know what he picked. Do you have the list? Let's see. You know what? Actually, let's get to that in a minute.
Okay. I think it lines up.
I think this might line up with something that's coming down the pike. But I got to ask you, are you the kind of guy do you get into the cinemas anymore? Do you even go to the films?
Do I? Yes.
Do you view the silver screen with your eyes?
No, just with my nose.
What have you been
seeing?
I smell it. Tell me what you put in your eye. I
saw Nouvelle Vague at the Vista. I've been trying to go to the Vista once a week.
It's my home base, man.
Saw that. I feel like I saw something else there recently.
Let me ask you, how much did you love Now You See Me 3?
That's my next movie. I have not seen the second one.
Me.
No, I saw the first one. I have not seen the second one. I can't believe they made a third one.
It's like the most successful film at the box office.
That can't be true.
This is the fucking world we live in.
That can't be true.
This is why we have the politicians we have in office. This is why we live in the fucking world that we live in. Check it out.
It can't be.
Check out the gross. Check out the opening box. Pull it
looked
out
that up.
and get it up.
Well, it's made the most this year, you're saying? So
No,
far?
I don't. Actually, I'm not sure what would take that. I wouldn't be surprised, though, if that ends up being in the top 3. Because this is the fucking country we live in. These are the people we share. These are the neighbors we have.
21 million, number 1. You're right.
These are the people,
opening weekend.
These are the people that steal our air when we're out in public.
So I have not seen that. There's some that I do want to see. I do want to see Begonia. I do want to see Frankenstein, but I don't want to get fucking Netflix. So I'll figure out how to see that. Because I want to see that in theaters, but I don't know that's showing anymore.
You know,
did you not like it?
I think I need Guillermo del Toro. I need him. I need him to do
less.
No more romance.
You do no more romance.
G-Dult, stop with the romance.
The romance. There's another director that you think needs to stop.
Who dat?
Your old friend E. Wright.
E. Wright?
Ed Wright.
I don't think he needs to stop. Okay, well, so I did. I got to see a private screening
with just you and Glenn Powell,
but like a friend's screening.
Okay,
it wasn't the worst time at the pictures.
Sure,
I like Edgar Wright. My fear is, not unlike Taika Waititi, James Gunn, and people of that ilk, might be a little bit high on his own supply. I hope I'm wrong.
Why do you think that with him? I can understand with Gunn and
I get
Taika.
the sense that he's very... I definitely get the sense that he thinks that his playlists are God's gift and that his needle drops are special.
Do you think part of it is that it seems like, in my opinion, none of those directors really stretch their skills, try something different?
I think I can see Edgar Wright trying to stretch. And I like the guy. This is not me dumping on him. I hope that he's a pleasant fellow. I know people who've met him. They say he's a lovely man. I have no reason not to believe. And I actually like his work. I just am a little concerned that he might be looking at his art through rose-colored glasses. It feels like he's a little bit proud of himself.
Yeah.
Overly proud of himself.
How is
But I hope I'm wrong.
How is G-Pow in it? Is his star continuing to rise?
Fine. Honestly, Lee Pace is like the best thing about the film.
Is he like one of the main villains?
The thing is, the original Running Man had a lot of charisma.
Well, that was because it had a lot of Arnold.
And go check out our episode on the Running Man. But it's more because nobody expects that character to thrive. And Arnold just comes in and dismantles. And this film isn't doing that. It's staying closer to the book, which I haven't read. And I don't know. There's just not really much reason to root for old Glenn Danzig Powell.
Isn't his daughter sick or something?
Yeah, and it's just not...
Oh, you just don't want her to survive?
Those are not the stakes I need for that film. And I don't care about his child. I do not care about your child. I'm sorry.
If it was a dog, yes.
If it was a dog, it'd be different.
Yeah.
I understand John Wick. No, look, it's a bit of fun. It should be doing better than Now You Fucking Filth Me 3. Filthier and more magical.
Is Morgan Freeman still in that one?
I don't know.
He's still alive.
I don't know.
I think I saw a clip of him doing the Jennifer Hudson dance, and his left hand was like, it looked fake.
What does that mean, dude? The Jennifer Hudson
Oh,
dance?
you haven't seen this?
No.
On her show, whenever they have the guests,
She has a show?
She has a talk show. She's had one for a while.
Jesus.
And the big popular thing with her on social media is that her crew and like show people line up in a hallway and they sing about the guests as they walk down and dance.
I wouldn't. That would be disqualifying grounds to go on the show.
He is on it, and he was walking very daintily down it, and he's getting really close to all these young women and like winking at them.
That sounds like Morgan.
But his hand,
Morgan, I know.
But his left hand looks like Buster Bluth from Arrested Development. It looks like a mannequin hand that's not moving.
I mean, he could be a palsied fucker. I don't know.
It just didn't look good.
I celebrate old Morgie Free.
He seems questionable.
Yeah, he does seem possibly questionable.
Seems pretty kind of creepy.
He does seem like he might have a bit of a creep vibe to him. But I value his work. And as far as I know, he hasn't gotten handsy with any of my friends. But
So that's the criteria.
that's all that matters.
I mean, Trump hasn't either, right?
Well, no, he's been sticking his hand in my goddamn wallet. I can tell you that for free.
This is a tariff podcast, though.
Oh, it's not that kind of show, is it? What
No.
show?
You might ask.
And I might answer.
Uh,
Wow, that was a special one.
It's an air guitar
I
one.
like it. A show where we examine the pathology of the mob as it pertains to the world of cinema, where we look across the filmic discourse and attempt to restore some sanity. And we do this in one of two different ways. One, by unpacking the ideas and assertions we stumble across out there in the media, be it social or otherwise, and by occasionally subjecting ourselves to mysterious media oddities. And two, by spinning the reel of scopophilia, where we let fate decide on a series of film-related exercises that are in no way a meaningless or desperate grab for content. And boy, oh boy, did we spin the reel last week.
We got a special one.
Oh, fucking A. Holy Toledo, is it a surprise? And you know, you are the pigs out there that made this happen. You're the reason that this is happening.
I have a lot of questions about it, but we'll get there.
We will get there. But first, we were talking about the Pope's Letterboxd, and it pertains very much to what we're going to talk about today up front while we confront the media.
Mm-hmm.
There goes my phone. It's dead. Because today we're talking about a little piece that you stumble across out there in a publication called Sharewell, which I will be damned if I know what that is.
You don't know about Oxford's oldest independent student newspaper,
I can't
established
say
1920?
I do. But they posit Letterboxd has changed the way that we view cinema. And it's an interesting proposition that they've laid out for us.
Mm-hmm.
But before we get into it, why don't you unload the Pope's top 5?
I'll unload Leo's top 4.
Load them. Load.
It's 4, not 5. Come on, man.
Load.
Okay, here we go. His top 4 favorite movies. I don't know if it was they asked him about Letterboxd or they just asked him his top 4, but either way. It's a Wonderful Life, The Sound of Music,
Mm-hmm.
Ordinary People,
Okay.
and Life is Beautiful.
He's got a lot of Nazis in his movies.
I did not realize that.
I'm not gonna poop. I'm not
I
gonna
mean, the
poo-poo.
Nazis in A Wonderful Life, rampant.
I'm not gonna poo-poo on the Pope and his choices. He's welcome to whatever he likes.
There is a tie-in to this article that I will bring up later on.
Okay.
But there's a very pointed reaction that I had when I read this list, and this person that wrote this article talks about said reaction.
Okay. Well,
So let's table that.
why don't you break down what this person's thrown down? Can you give us the bullet points of their argument? Let's take it apart, or reinforce.
So that's the thing about this article. So they start by saying that. So basically, I'll read the first paragraph. While watching Paul Thomas Anderson's One Battle After Another a few weeks ago, I found myself asking a rather disturbing question. I wonder what people on Letterboxd are saying about this. The thought led me to wonder about my own viewing habits, my tendency to search out reviews before I watch the film, to be naturally more interested in the laudatory towards films generally considered great or seminal, and my tendency to, unfortunately, denigrate films based solely on the sort of received wisdom that they are bad. This in turn led me to consider whether the whole culture of cinema is changing, becoming increasingly commodified so that films become just a way of performing, of distilling a part of ourselves for public consumption.
Okay.
So basically, from what I gather, this person's not really saying anything is wrong or right with Letterboxd. They're pontificating about the effects of it and how it differs from, say, when we collected books or we showed paintings, or we Letterboxd has become this representation of our online persona and what we deem as what we like and what we want to show the world, and whether that is affecting how we view movies and what we rank these movies as.
Right.
So it's not saying that there's anything wrong with Letterboxd. It's just wondering if it is affecting our viewing experience now.
This person is positing essentially that people who are deeply ingrained in Letterboxd culture are forced to sort of commoditize their film watching and to make a performance of their film watching and to put their film watching habits on a pedestal in a way that is not authentic. So, I mean, there's a few things that we could say about that. First of all, I guess I would ask, are you a Letterboxd user?
I have Letterboxd. I messed around with it for like 2 days and then I stopped.
So yeah, I also am an occasional Letterboxd user. It never stuck for me.
Same.
And I wonder if that's because I don't have the kind of personality that this person is describing. I'm not interested in advertising my viewing habits to you because it's my experience. Now, there have been times when I've used Letterboxd and have been interested in the idea of being a Letterboxd person solely for my own cataloging purposes. Towards the end of the year, I forget things, and it would be nice to have a little log of the things that I've watched during the week. I don't do that. I would like to be better at it. I'd like to be able to log it and know what I thought about it at the time.
But for your own purposes, not for
my
anybody
own
else's.
purposes. And so I definitely believe that there's a large contingency of people out there that are doing things on Letterboxd for performative reasons.
Yes.
So one thing that they mention here is they talk about Ty West, and Ty West had unleashed his, for Sight and Sound, like his top 10 films, and it was these very standard answers: Citizen Kane and 2000,
The Godfather.
things like that.
Yeah.
And apparently, and I'm not aware of this kerfuffle, apparently the Letterboxd community jumped on his ass because they deemed his entries to be
Basic.
either too pedestrian or too basic. And that leads into the other part of this writer's either argument or position.
Well, and that I was just going to tie that into the Pope thing, because I don't know about your reaction hearing about his top 4, but that was kind of my thing of, somebody might say that those choices are mundane or basic, but they're all quality films.
Yeah, look, I think that there's a part of this article that I agree with, and we will link the article, and we always say we're going to do that and don't, but we will this time, because I think it's an interesting idea.
Mm-hmm.
The idea that Letterboxd is changing the way that people perceive their film because of the performative nature of it. I buy that's possible. I don't think it's quite as contagion as this author probably thinks it is. So I think the first thing that she's arguing is maybe a little bit overblown. Certainly, I do think that there are people that do that. I just don't think that the majority of Letterboxd users are curating their cinema experience around their Letterboxd behavior. Now, I do see a lot of people that post their top 10s and there's things like this very publicly, and I do think there's a lot of very selective curation of lists like that, especially when you're posting.
I know a lot of people that have like their top 10s on like their note app on their phone.
Right.
That's ever changing.
And I do think that there's a lot of very careful curation of those lists, and I don't think that they're always reflective of what people actually like the most. I'll just be honest with you. And that's the part of this article, and again, we will link to it, that I do agree with. So she's talking about the Ty West selection. You know, she talks about how the Letterboxd community kind of jumped down his throat about that. And she makes the point that these are all masterpieces that he's laying out there. I mean, Quentin Tarantino has said that Jaws is his favorite movie of all time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't see anybody getting on his ass. And that is the part of this that I would agree with. But I would also just take the power away from Letterboxd alone, because I think it's a social media thing. I don't think you can just blame Letterboxd for this.
Yeah. So I agree with you. And my thing is, this is not a new phenomenon. We've been doing this for ages, whether it's vinyls that we have on our shelves or books or art or whatever. And so my question that I ask myself and to you as well, we both have our books on shelves. We both have our DVD or Blu-ray displays out in the open, which we could definitely hide and never show. But it is a display of who we are in a way, whether it's overt or covert. And I think that there is a difference between that and what Letterboxd is happening.
I mean, I have a collection of Blu-rays that, like, you know, that is not actually reflective of like my very favorite films. I have a bunch.
But it's reflective of who you are and your personality.
It isn't. I mean, I have films in there that I've never seen. I have stuff that I've just bought on there because it was like $5 during like a sale at fucking, you know, or like when bargain bins.
But even so, it means something to you. If I went to your house and pulled out a book that was on your shelf and asked you about it, there'd be something behind it.
Probably, if I've read it and I care about it and I've been holding on to it.
Yeah, but the presumption is that it is a part of you, or it is representing something of you. And I think
potentially.
What I'm saying with this is that those two things, that phenomenon and Letterboxd, are similar, but there is a difference, and the difference is social media. The difference is that I think people nowadays with social media lean so heavy on what I put out on social media is making me unique and putting me out there, and that's where a mundane answer like T West drives them crazy.
Here's what's weird about this article to me, though, is I don't think it dives far enough into the phenomenon. What do I mean by that? Well, I don't quite know what behaviors on Letterboxd you're flagging here, because, you know, she makes mention of, for example, Spotify's like end of the year wrap thing that they unfortunately do to everybody.
Or Goodreads.
Right. And she kind of likens it to that. People want to curate their cinema experience. Essentially, I get the vibe that she's suggesting that people want to be able to show off a diverse, esoteric assortment of films to boost the idea that you are unique and special.
The deeper cut it is, the more
interesting
you are.
But the thing is, on Letterboxd, correct me if I'm wrong, I mean, aren't people often just logging everything that they watch? So is she just talking about
top 4? Is
she just talking about the ranking of films or the way people review films?
I think it's the performative nature is the reviews. Maybe I'm answering this, but I also think the top 4 is the big thing that this person is bringing up, because that's what shows who you are on Letterboxd.
Okay, I don't know, and I guess I'm not familiar enough with Letterboxd to know like how you display your rankings. I mean, is the top 4 an annual thing?
No. You display your top 4 can be interchangeable and you can change it at any time, but it is basically like the cover photo of your profile.
I see.
So people click on you, they automatically see your top 4.
And you're saying that, and she's suggesting that like Little Billy Down the Street is like putting Salo and the Torch Song trilogy or whatever the fuck they're putting in their top 4.
I think there
as
is
their favorites. When in reality, that's just not the reality.
Well, I think there's a performative nature behind it where people are like, I can't put all these silly ones. I need to put one artsy one and then one action one.
I do too. Blah, blah. I do too. I think there are a lot of people who would, if they were being truthful, put Toy Story 1 through 4.
Yes,
or whatever it is, in their top 4.
But they have to put one like Kurosawa film and then like one Farrelly Brother film.
But I'm okay with that to a degree. If you want to show that your film tastes are representative, or if you want to show entries that are representative of your film taste, I don't mind a little bit of dishonesty there. For example, my top 4 movies of all time probably don't include all of one genre or one flavor of cinema. But if I wanted to represent my tastes, I might choose an international film. I might choose a genre film. I might choose an Oscar darling.
That's what I was going to say, is your top 4 on Letterboxd to you, and I'm pulling mine up that I did like months ago.
I've never done this.
But my question would be, if you were on Letterboxd and you did your top 4, would it be your favorite 4 or the 4 that represent you as a person more? Yeah.
I don't know. But I don't mind somebody curating that per se, because what they might just be saying to the world is, hey, my tastes are varied and my interest in film is varied, and it's reflected in films like this 1 through 4. Now, if Letterboxd is, had rules, which it doesn't, and it was like absolutely, a matter for public shaming that you don't put your absolute earnest 1 through 4 favorite films on there. I guess, yeah, you could call people out for the performative nature of the way they post stuff on there. I'm really kind of okay with people curating that. I'm less okay with people being very, very vocal about their top 10s and things like that, their best of the years, as if it's like a science, and not something that's completely subjective.
Well, I think the other thing with Letterboxd too, and this person is pointing out, is, do you think there are people that are going to a movie and halfway through the movie saying, oh, I can't wait to write this thing on Letterboxd?
Sure. I think there are people that go to movies only because they want to be able to show the world that they went to said movie. But again, this is not just a cinema problem. I mean, it's a problem with everything. How long can you be online before you start to realize that it seems like people don't actually enjoy the shit that they go to? They're just going to things to fucking show other people that they went to those things. I mean, how many concerts do you have to go to where you look around and you see everybody watching the concert through their phone as they're recording it, recording a video that they're never going to fucking watch again? They're not doing it for themselves. And at a certain point you go, when are you not experiencing things? I mean, it's like, you've been to the big museums in Europe. Like, you've seen the way that like people go through the fucking art galleries, like precious, priceless works of art that they'll never see again. And they don't even lay eyes on the fucking thing. They're just looking at it through their phone's recording mechanism. They're never going to look at that shit.
Yeah.
And as this author points out, as this writer points out, it's as if it's an exercise in collecting. It's as if you're treating these things as collector's items and not works of art. And that's where I would agree with whatever her argument is, or her rumination, is that, yeah, maybe stop thinking about these things as a checklist. Stop thinking of films as bucket list items and start treating them like art. I mean, I realize that's pretentious, and some films are definitely not art, and we're going to talk about that. But
I mean, it's technically still art.
I'm just saying, it's like, I guess we always try to arrive at a teachable moment on this show. Maybe that's the teachable moment from this is if you start thinking about these things as collector's items or things to check off of a list, then you've gone too far in your habits. That's where I would agree with this author insofar as that's what they're saying. I'm not really sure that they're coming to really fun.
I don't
point.
think they disagree. My thing is, listen, I can say that I've fallen victim to posting the concert or the art or the food here and there, and
I'm not saying you can't do it.
No. And I'm saying this because part of me understands that, and I think my question is, this is just kind of what life is now. And I think that your point is being a watchdog for yourself and not letting that take over so much. And
I'm not saying you can't post the drink or you can't show pictures of the vacation or you can't post the video from the concert. What I'm saying is like when that post becomes more important than the thing you're doing,
yes,
then you're fucked.
Yeah, if you're just doing it to show people what you're doing or to show that you are artsy or you have range or whatever, then that's where the problem is.
Well, and that's the other teachable moment is like, I do think that there are people that think there's cultural clout or cachet in that behavior. And we are just here to disabuse you of that notion. There's no cultural currency to be gained from people seeing your eclectic taste.
Because you know what? They're gonna forget about it in 10 minutes.
Or maybe they want to hear it from your mouth and hear what you actually think.
No. Talking's bad.
Oh, okay.
No. You don't talk. You don't see people in person.
Show, don't analyze.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. It's like people who engage in behavior like that don't really actually have anything to say about this stuff.
It's just, I see painting.
Right. Or they're parroting stuff they've heard about.
And that's a good thing. That's a good point. It's if somebody posted a Picasso and you're like, okay, tell me about that. Why'd you like it? Why'd you take a picture of it? What does that mean to you? They'd be like, it looks cool.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. But they're not mutually exclusive. You can be an aggressive poster that posts everything and be a thoughtful film goer and film watcher. And that's where, I think that I would ask the writer to back off a little bit, which is where, like, just because you are an aggressive letterboxster doesn't mean that you are incapable of being a thoughtful, contributive film appreciator. But I do think that maybe we would share the opinion that if you are that aggressive letterboxer, the chances of you being a thoughtful film goer are probably pretty low.
Yeah.
But again, I see this as a symptom of social media. But we've already offered our teachable moment for that. If you start to realize that the post is more important than the product, that's when you're in bad shape. I don't know. Do you have anything else to say about that? I mean, and is there anything else about this piece that's like that you're dying to address?
I think that's the thing that has kept me away from Letterboxd is because whenever I thought about using it, it felt like I was turning into a performative person where I had to say something that people would respond to or whatnot. What
if you used it and made your account entirely private?
I'd rather just write that down or just keep it in my mind.
Oh, but what if Letterboxd is just a great place for essentially, like, I've only ever wanted it for myself, just to catalog for myself. In fact, I'm not even sure if my Letterboxd is public or not. I mean, maybe you can't go private.
I don't know that mine is. Mine's active, but I haven't opened Letterboxd until today, over months.
Well, so
you want to guess what my top 4 are?
Batman Returns, Batman Forever, Batman Robin.
Batman Returns is on it.
Okay. What else is on there?
There Will Be Blood, Inglourious Bastards.
Okay.
And Social Network. So this is like we talked about. Is it favorite movies or is it movies that define you? And I would say those are 4 of my favorite movies that I put.
That's so unfair.
I mean, it's...
How dare you go into immediate judgment?
I'm not judging. Wait, so you said There Will Be Blood,
Social
Batman
Network,
Returns, Social Network, and
Inglourious Bastards. I
yeah,
would probably change Inglourious Bastards to Once Upon a Time.
I don't begrudge you for posting that on there, but I mean...
I logged 8 films.
Do you get the sense that people are constantly going and revising their top 4s?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, well, so I mean, I guess I'm okay with that.
It's like, remember in MySpace when, yes, we're old. Remember MySpace when you had the song that would come up in your profile? That's what I think the top 4 is.
Yeah, I mean, look, I don't know. Again, that doesn't bother me as much as the attitude that comes with it and the insistent that there's an actual science behind a ranking of, say, a top 10 of the year. We come out with the top 10 of the year every year. We'll probably do it this year. And the difference is we don't hold that as sacrosanct.
Well, historically, ours are very different.
Our lists are between
from I'm saying
another.
Between you and me.
Yeah, sure. But I mean, we don't hold them to be the word and gospel. I believe that we recognize the highly subjective nature of a list like that. And the fact that the list may change for us as the years go on. And I think that we've acknowledged, and I think that should be the attitude going into posting something on a place like Letterboxd. This is a discussion. It's not a science. That's the only thing that grinds my gears is when they judgmentally curate a list or a listing or a catalog of reviews.
Well, speaking of lists, before we go to the next part,
oh God,
you got to list your 4.
No,
Don't think about it. Don't think about it.
We've described this. I'm incapable of doing it.
No, just list 4.
It's
You're creating a profile.
It's impossible. It's impossible.
I have a gun to your head right now. Just list 4.
Non-pos.
You can list 4.
Okay. The new Wicker Man, Bebe's Kids, The Last Starfighter, and Home Fries. Those are my 4.
Perfect.
Okay.
You did it.
You asked for it.
It's on record. Those are your 4.
Yep. Everybody. Oh, can I put Sweet Home Alabama as a tie for first?
Yeah. What are you replacing it with? You have to swap it out.
Well, it's a tie for that with Home Fries. We did it.
We did. Everyone hold him to that.
Yeah. No, I can't do it. It's an impossible task.
It's not impossible.
It's impossible for me. And maybe that sounds performative, but it's really not. I guess I could tell you what feels like my favorite right now.
Yeah.
But I feel like that list for me, I would have to revise it like every week.
Yes, your top 10 or 50 or whatever. I'm just asking if you only had 4 films that you could ever watch.
I have a hard time listing like what my favorite film is.
Well, that's what I was going to say. But I'm not even saying give me your top. It doesn't have
like
to be
when I was
number
a kid,
1.
I would have told you like Return of the Jedi. You know what I mean? Like your shit should change and it should evolve.
Okay, if you want to just this is off topic, but if you just want to relax with the film, what do you usually put on?
I want to relax with the
I'm
film.
not even asking 4. If you just want to put on something that you enjoy.
I'm not ashamed to say that like I'd put like The Big Lebowski on or Ghostbusters.
Perfectly good.
But I don't know if I'll call them my favorite. Like, there's different modes for different films.
Well, yeah. I mean, I was asking another question.
Yeah, but if I'm kicking back and I just want to have a few chuckles, I don't know, man. I don't know. No. Listen, can we please
do this?
Can we please talk about? Is
it time?
What we've been made to endure.
Eat me! Sauteed or barbecued. Eat me! We once were pets, but now we're food.
2003?
Matthew. Matthew.
Yes.
Last week, we spun the reel. Just like this. Just like we always do.
Please do that. Please do this.
And what did we land on?
We landed on Bargain Bin, just to remind our listener,
this one,
of what the Bargain Bin is. It's when we used to go to box stores, there would be bins of cheap films, and that was called the Bargain Bin, and you'd find all kinds of gems in there. And originally, we were going to Bargain Bin dive for films to talk about.
But they don't
I thought that'd be
anymore.
fun. But you motherfuckers buy your shit on Jeffy Bezos' company now. There are no places to congregate and get Bargain Bin slop. So now what we do
digitalized it.
is we look at the top 10, and this is crucial. We look at the top 10 of any given streaming platform and pick a film from that list of top 10 slop.
Mm-hmm.
And last week we landed on the Bargain Bin, so we decided on HBO Max.
And I had sent you a list of what the top 10 was at the time.
We had the list. What was included in that list? We had some choices. This is the slop that you pigs made the top 10. Weapons was number 1. Elf, number Dose. Coming in at number 3 was It. Coming in at number 4 was The Polar Express. Coming in at number 5 was It Chapter 2. Number 6, Abe Lincoln, Vampire Hunter. Number 7, Christmas Vacation. Number 8, Kingsman, The Golden Circle. Number 9, The Substance. Number 10, The Town.
The Town's having like some weird revitalization, and I don't understand why.
It's because the Celtics are good.
They're not. Though.
Well, whatever then. I have no.
So we highlighted some that we were gonna possibly watch.
We wanted to choose what felt like a Bargain Bin select.
Yes.
And of those films, The Polar Express, Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter, and Christmas Vacay felt the most bargain binny.
I didn't want to do Abe Lincoln because spooky season is gone. I don't want to bring
Spooky season
back.
as we've discussed in the last episode, it's gone, and I did not lament its passing.
Mm-hmm.
But now the Christ Mass is upon us,
Yes.
and it felt right to go that direction. But instead of going a classic,
I mean, some people think this is a classic.
we chose a classic piece of ass.
The Polar Express.
The Polar fucking Express. And let me tell you,
This is the hot chocolate sound.
it's
song.
really got me rocking on top of the fucking world, Matt. It's got me rocking on top of the world.
Who sings this?
Oh, you don't know?
It's a little.
Well, first of all, we'll get to who sings it because the revelation of who sings
It's
it
not Tom Hanks.
is in the film. No. Oh, no. We'll get there. Why don't we start at the top? First of all, this is based on the
Children's book.
the
same
childhood
name.
classic book, Polar Express. Now, it's been a long time since I read
You don't read that.
the dear old
every
Polar
year.
Express. But in my recollection, I believe there's a child that ends up on the Polar Express. There's like a kindly conductor. I think that there's like some fun being had on the train. Like there's maybe some hot chocolate going around. They get out of the train, they meet Santa, kid gets a fucking bell, they go back home, Christmas ensues.
Yes.
Jesus' birthday is celebrated. Everybody is
Happy.
happy and healthy for it. In this horror show, a zygote with eyes is immediately we are put in a crisis of faith, really, that he's having in the holiday
Yeah.
and his belief in the
He's
magic
looking at
of said holiday.
World books, trying to discover Santa as a fraud that he is.
Yes, most importantly, it's his belief in Santa that has wavered.
Yes.
And the film really does make it a very forensic exercise for this little creep, doesn't it? Like he's got like newspaper clippings
Yeah.
and all kinds of shit.
He's got World Book research. He's got all he's got a fucking manila folder of clippings that he routinely just looks at.
So is this little bitch thinking about this all year?
Yeah.
Like all year, he's just like obsessed. Like, is fucking Santa real? Oh, fuck me. Tim, please go outside. It's July. It's your birthday. Please. Anything else, please? No, I gotta get behind this.
This guy's a fucking
I
fraud.
gotta figure it out. So Josh Hutcherson, who plays the zygote with eyes, is a nightmare.
Yes.
And yet, lo and behold, a train arrives from the mists down the middle of the street. This doesn't immediately create an existential crisis for this child, who's not given a name, by the way.
I think it's Hero Boy.
Well, that's his name in the cast, like on IMDb. We're just going to call him the zygote.
The train shows up and then Tom Hanks
And then the most upsetting Tom Hanks that you've ever laid eyes upon. Now, let's first of all...
screams at him to get in the train.
Yeah, now, first of all, we need to discuss the look of this film. How would you describe the look of these
A
characters?
2002 Call of Duty cutscene extended into
That's
a movie.
being really generous. That's being really generous. I believe at the time this was a problem. I remember this being criticized at the time. So
I thought it was
it was both thought of as an innovation and as a proof that this technology will never work.
Taking a step back, apparently the author of the Polar Express book would never agree to the rights unless it was live action. But then Zemeckis and Hanks were like, well, we can never do this live action, but we don't want to do it animated. So that's where the whole CGI motion cap stuff came from.
Yeah. Now Zemeckis, he
needs to go away.
He comes roaring out the gates with some hits. He's got some fucking amazing shit that I'm so grateful he's put to film. Blows the doors down. It's the fucking Back to the Future. Who Framed? He farts some nostalgia into our eyes with Forrest Gump, but we can forgive it. He's laid some classiques on us. You know, he lets us see Tom Hanks get super laid at the end of Castaway by that cowboy lady. Isn't that what happens?
No. Oh, I think we've talked about this. You think he goes back?
I'm pretty sure he goes back and gets wet. But whatever.
In front of her husband?
No, the cowboy lady at the end.
Oh, I
he
don't
like
remember the
he like
cowboy
delivers like the one package that he saved that he didn't open on the island, which conveniently contains a satellite phone. Anyway, did you not see the director's cut?
He gets wet in the wet.
So Robbie Zemeckis he's put some classies out there.
Mm-hmm.
I can't hate him for that.
And it stops here.
But now what he's doing is cinematic atrocities.
How would you describe the animation?
Well, so for a long time he went down this road, and it was thought of as innovative. And I think that what he was trying to do was push the envelope to a place where eventually CGI could be photorealistic.
Mm-hmm.
I remember at the time this was thought of both as an innovation or an important first step, but also a bit of a failure. I remember at the time people calling out the uncanny valley of it all.
Yeah.
And boy, is it ever an uncanny valley.
Yeah, it's bad.
Like the dead behind the eyes CGI stuff, like you've heard it much mentioned, but I never more so than in this film. The biggest problem is that our main protagonist, the little bitch that we call the hero, who I'm just calling Zygote. Zygote is the worst one.
Yeah. I don't know. The girl's pretty bad too.
Yeah, so we got the Zygote, and then we've got, how would you describe her? She looks like a suffocated American Girl doll.
Yeah. And the performance is not great, and her pigtails never move.
Right.
And it's just...
And we're made to suffer a song that she has to sing.
Yes.
Okay, so first of all, child abduction happens immediately.
Then Tom Hanks is like bossing them around.
Now, let me ask you this. How upset were you when the conductor removed his hat for the first time?
Very upset.
Yeah, it's really upsetting. He's got this very smooth dome, which that's fine. Lose your hair. Sometimes you got to lose
the hairline is like, the halo is too low.
And the head is so perfectly bald and shiny.
It wasn't as disturbing as two other things that happened.
Well, okay. Yeah, we got to get to one disturbing thing. I bet you and I have one disturbing thing in common.
The first disturbing thing to me was the hot chocolate scene.
It's accompanied with a song. Is it not?
Yes, that Tom Hanks, I believe, sings.
Here's hot chocolate. Hot fucking chocolate. Yeah, so this was disturbing for a variety of reasons. Particularly, there's like supernatural coffee people, hot chocolate people.
What are we doing? There's one part where they're squirting the hot chocolate, and it just looks like sludge, like pieces of shit.
They're bukkake the hot chocolate is what's happening, and it's really disturbing.
Just all these different dance moves on the tables, and then just throwing hot chocolate
around and flipping around, and
they're like, you have to drink it piping hot,
right? And
they keep feeding them hot chocolate, and it's just,
what if you're allergic to hot chocolate?
Yeah, what if you don't like hot chocolate? What if it's too hot?
You don't have a fucking choice.
Well,
on this train, you're drinking the fucking hot chocolate.
Dancing on the tables, going down the aisle with this big fucking hot chocolate steamer.
Okay, first of all, we're getting ahead of ourselves. Because I thought the first disturbing thing that you were going to mention was a little character by the name of Know-It-All.
Oh, yes. Apparently, I think Hank's voice...
No.
Him.
Mm-mm. It's a character actor by the name of Eddie Deason.
I mean, he is...
Eddie Deason is a full-grown man. He's best known for being the wormy dude in Grease.
Mm-hmm.
It's very clear that like what Zemeckis did for this was some kind of approximation of mocap. Everybody's kind of got a face that looks like their actual face.
Yes.
Including Josh Hutcherson, who plays the Zygote with eyes, who still kind of looks like that today. Mm-hmm. And Noah Gay, who plays the suffocated American Girl doll. All of the faces are pretty close approximation of those faces. And this is not the last time he did this shit either.
No, I did it with Christmas Carol.
He did Christmas Carol and he did Beowulf, if I'm not mistaken.
I forgot about fucking Beowulf.
That's what you should do to that movie. And that is just one of the most disturbing things right away, is just this grown man, this progeria kid named Know-It-All, right the fuck in your face from like moment one.
Yeah. And
then they pick up I guess I could only describe it as a kid that looks like Jake Lloyd's mugshot, who's the poor kid. He's like wearing like a stained nightgown.
He's wearing like a Ebenezer Scrooge nightgown.
Mm-hmm. And he also has to be cajoled to get on the train. And for some reason, can't join all of the kids in Gen Pop.
Yeah.
For some reason, he's been relegated to like this Art Deco boxcar for some reason. Why? We don't know.
Until he sings a song.
Nobody fucking knows. And the other thing is, you have to have a ticket to get on this fucking train.
Oh, dude, can we talk about the ticket scene?
Let's talk about the tickets. what happened was a producer died, went to hell, and encountered Dante Alighieri's shade in hell, and asked Dante while he was down there to write a treatment for the Polar Express, and that's what he did. And so this is the divine comedy of Christmas movies.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we described what happened in the book. Bunch of fucking jerks got on a train, fucking drink some cocoa, meet the fat man, one of them gets a fucking
home.
bell, they go back home, go to sleep, fuck off and die.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's not what happens in this film.
No, this film is kind of horrifying.
It's
for kids.
it's a terror.
Yeah.
It is a sheer terror. It is the 7 rings of hell. What's the Bong Joon-ho movie? They're on the fucking Snowpiercer train.
I like the whole scene where he's on the roof and runs into the fucking ghost.
We'll talk about the ghost. Let's talk about these fucking tickets. So first of all, what happens if you don't have a fucking ticket? Do they kick your ass out?
I don't know, but the whole scene where he loses it, then it goes on this fucking journey, and then it comes back.
And by the way, this happens more than once. There's another object that like gets
the pin
loose and like we follow its journey through hell.
10-foot beard guy.
And I don't know if it's because like he just was jerking off his own device that he like, because he did this in Forrest Gump with that stupid feather, right? So maybe that's just like Zemeckis' signature now.
I think it is, yeah.
He just likes to follow a fucking object around. I remember the scene in Welcome to Marwen when
you saw that?
When Steve Carell pulled the condom off, and we follow the journey of him flushing it down the toilet, and it goes in the sewer, and then a rat eats
Please
it.
don't. That's not how.
No. And of course I haven't seen Welcome to fucking Marwen.
But so this ticket scene is he?
So every time somebody whips out a fucking golden ticket, which they just magically have in their possession, which means that this man has been putting his hand into children's pants, is he pulls out the ticket and then he very aggressively stamps these like punches these little holes in the shapes of letters, and it does so with such vigor that like the pieces of ticket like fly into people's mouths and eyes and shit. And that's very disturbing. We've got the kid in the dirty nightgown who was also abducted but is not allowed to join Gen Pop. I don't know why he's been sequestered from the rest of the train. Maybe he's got AIDS.
He's definitely got AIDS.
I mean, maybe that's what he asked for. Maybe that's what's in that. Maybe that's why he needs that fucking box at the end. I mean, it's very clear that the kid's fucking poor boohoo. Okay. And when the suffocated American Girl doll loses her ticket, Tom Hanks leads her to the back of the train, then to the top of the train. We all assume it's to behead this poor child.
Or kick her off. Well, they believe it. The Zygote believes it.
Right.
Zygote was the fucking culprit, though. He took the ticket and lost it.
He did. He's a piece of shit. But while he's trying to make amends, and they did the same thing with the ticket. We see the ticket's stupid journey through the polar
the eagle
vortex.
feeding it to its child and then
and then
it up
so did you notice, by the way, the bird feeds the ticket to its
kin,
to its child, and the child coughs it up and then spits it out like this. And you realize that birds don't have lips, right, Robert? Can I call you Robert?
They would have to like cough it up,
right? But we hear him spit it out.
Do you think it was Tom Hanks doing the spit?
I think
noise?
it was Robert doing. I think Robbie Zemeck had to get involved in that.
Then it secretly or like magically becomes smooth and uncreased again.
Sure. It's magical.
The ticket's all back and safe.
And at this point, they're now on the route to the north, the northern pole.
So
what happens on the roof of that train? Who does he? Well, first of all, we discover a character quite by surprise at a certain point. A character that is just a baffling choice.
It's the ghost,
the hobo ghost. What's the first time you see that little mugshot?
Wasn't he under the train?
He's under the fucking train
during the ticket.
When
sequence.
we're following the fucking tickets Forrest Gump journey through the North Pole, we see this little tender fuck under the train just chilling. Okay, so there's this guy. He's like he's like the Dick Van Dyke character from
Mary Poppins, but way more drunk and looks like Tom Hanks.
Right, and it is Tom Hanks. It's played by Tom Hanks, as are like 20 different characters in this fucking thing.
But this guy, it's like super. It's kind of haunting for a kid's.
Well, he's got
movie.
like this violin crank instrument, and he's playing some jaunty Christmas tune on it.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a fucking hobo fire on the top of the train. He's like castigating the zygote about having lost his belief in Santa, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Which really, at this point, Josh, zygote, what the fuck is wrong with you? Okay, you're not convinced at this point, dude.
Well, this guy has a fucking stick and bindle, and he's drinking sock juice.
I didn't know. I was wondering what that was. Is that what that is?
Yeah, because he tells the zygote to drink it, and then he like pulls his sock out of the pot.
But then what do we discover about this character?
He's a ghost.
He's a fucking ghost.
Yeah,
Why?
I don't know.
Does anybody know?
No,
Was the ghost in the fucking children's book?
I don't think
There's
so.
no fucking way.
Well, neither was the engineer with a 10-foot beard.
We got to talk about these freaks.
So he makes his journey further up to the train and finds out that the girl is driving the train,
For some
operating
reason.
the train for some
Yeah,
reason.
so basically if you break the rules on this train, you're rewarded. Is what we learned.
And the two bumbling.
And we've got Baron Harkonnen from Dune and the fucking how would you describe there's this dude who's got like a Rapunzel beard and it's fucking horrifying.
And fucking the Baron just keeps pulling it.
They're like jerking each other off on the front of the train.
Whoa!
Right. It's just an embarrassment. And they've let the suffocated American Girl doll pilot the train. They taught her how to drive it. And, you know, of course, they end up being some kind of problem because the train's going too fast or whatever the fuck is happening. And they have to bring it to a halt. And the zygote almost kills everybody because he doesn't believe the American Girl doll. And they almost die, but luckily he listens to her, and it's a story about togetherness.
But then they run into a bunch of caribous and...
They run into a bunch of caribou.
And then they communicate
not reindeer for some reason.
Then they communicate through beard pulling.
Through this poor tortured character. Again, straight out of the Divine Comedy. And that's it. That's all we get from Baron Harkonnen and red faced pubes.
Mm-hmm. But then enter a whole 20-minute bit where it's another horrifying section of the movie where it's just these vinyl records are playing these spooky versions of Christmas music
so it's
while they're like trying to navigate the ninth circle of hell of
this is what Robert Zemeckis wanted. He wanted the audience to feel like it was on a roller coaster ride. It's very clear because that's what so much of the movie is like. Things go swooping down tracks and flying through things, and it's okay.
I wonder if it was a big 3D movie when it came out.
Maybe. And you know what? Maybe being in the theater, that would actually be kind of fun if you're a kid. I don't know. But they make it to the fucking South Pole.
North
the conductor, whatever. I didn't see any penguins there. That's true. And the conductor is leading all these kids off the train, not unlike people were led off trains in the late 1930s, early 40s in Germany. Mm-hmm. This conductor leads these children in a likewise fashion off the train. Yet the boxcar containing mugshot Jake Lloyd becomes unhinged from the train. For some reason, this sequestered child isn't allowed to get off the train.
No, he hates Christmas.
He's in purgatory. I don't know. And they end up going, as you described, on a weird little mission. The boxcar sends them on a wacky ride. Whoa! Into like the heart of like elf territory.
Well, and it's
like
the
this
sound design is like super haunting.
Yes.
And like it's not cheerful at all, and there's a lot of danger. And I'm just like, this is a kid's movie.
They've like ended up in like this, I guess what is like a factory, the toy factory that you hear about, that is often made much ado about in Christmas films.
Yeah.
But none of the elves are there for some reason. Why? I don't know.
Because they're at the festival.
And what is this festival anyway? Like they're standing around a fucking Christmas tree waiting for Santa.
Well, they open. Oh man, could you tell us how they introduce Santa? What brings him out?
Well, what does bring him out?
They sing "Santa Claus is Coming to Town."
Okay.
The whole crowd fucking starts singing it. The conductor, everyone.
Have you ever seen the movie The Gate?
Yes.
Okay. Do you remember the little hell demons that are like stop motion little guys?
Yeah,
little
those the
creeps.
elves.
That is like those are less creepy than the rendering of the elves.
Well, they were all like Jersey fucking Guidos too.
But they're all like these fucked up faces and like just the soulless. And actually, you know what's worse than the eyes in terms of the uncanny valley shit is the mouths. Everybody's grill is just fucked.
It's just a dark hole.
I watched this today, and I don't think I've ever said "what the fuck" so many times watching a film. Like my wife thought I was in trouble. And then when she saw what I was watching, she fled the room in terror.
I thought they were going to hurt Know-It-All at one point.
Yeah, well, I was hoping that like Know-It-All was going to get punished. At a certain point, he finds out that he got a present full of a bunch of underwear, which, again, Santa, not appropriate. Not an appropriate gift for a child. Not appropriate at all. But yeah, they discover like the big pile of presents. Mugshot Jake Lloyd finds his and won't get rid of it, even though it's about to cost him his life because he's a piece of shit. And yeah, there's just songs, there's music happening, and then
Not like the bungee jumping elves.
Yeah, oh yeah, there's like these Daredevil Blue Angel elves. That was fucked.
Oh, dude. So they're bringing in the bag of all the presents for the sleigh on a blimp, and it's going to hit the star that's on the big giant fucking tree. And does.
That's right.
And it's about to fall on the crowd, and these bungee jumping elves go down to save it, and it almost stabs this one elf in the fucking face. I don't know how this is like a kid movie. There's so much horrifying shit that happens in it.
You know what might be the most horrifying thing is Santa himself. Santa himself. He's not a jolly Santa. He's like a Gandalf the White Santa. He's like super stern. He's not like a lovable, huggable Santa. This is not a Santa you would want climbing down your chimney, eating your cookies.
No. Also, why would he want to drink lukewarm milk? It sounds awful.
Or turned milk, for all we know.
Yeah.
You know? I don't think that everybody's checking.
Drinking that much milk in a night?
He's got to be having some Santa-sized sharts up on that sleigh. I hope that he's got a fucking toilet
You think he just dumps off the sleigh?
I think that he's got a little porta-john in the seat.
I think he just dumps off the side.
Yeah? Well, maybe. I mean, he's got like something around 500 million households to visit.
And cups of lukewarm milk.
And I guarantee you some of that milk is turned. Somewhere, some of that milk is not ready, is not up to code.
A lot of fucking milk.
Is past its expiration. He's going to run into some tainted milk. How does Santa survive every year? We'll never know. And this movie, not unlike the book, I think the bell was in the book.
Yes, it was.
All the zygote with eyes wants, now that he believes again.
Just to hear.
And by the way, why you didn't believe when you ended up in the fucking North Pole?
No.
You saw the elves. You saw there's a huge Christmas tree. Like,
there's a fucking ghost haunting you.
So you believe the elves are real, but not Santa?
We didn't even mention the puppet scene.
Yeah, there's like an island of lost souls train car for toys.
And the
like,
ghost is operating them.
Yeah, and the zygote and the suffocated American Girl doll are walking through. And she even says, like, I think I'm going to cry. And it's like, yeah, me too. And then
I think I'm going to cry if I only could.
The ghost like makes one of the fucking marionettes costume and be like, you're a piece of shit. You don't believe. And I agree, right? But okay. And then he thinks he's dreaming the whole time, which maybe, who cares? Yeah. But you know how we know he's not? He gets the bell, and the bell comes home with him.
He can hear the bell.
And he thought he lost the bell because he's an idiot, and he forgot that his pocket has a hole in it, even though he's fingering the hole throughout the film. Yet somehow, when he gets the most important possession of his life, he conveniently forgets the hole.
For a main character, he is an idiot.
He's a fucking piece of shit. The ghost is right. He gets the bell, and you know what? The bell rings for him.
Because he believes.
Because he believes. His parents ring the bell. They don't hear anything. They think it's broken. He says that eventually, even for his sister, the bell stopped ringing. But even he now, as an old man, it's still ringing. You know what that means? That he might be a mentally handicapped person. Because you should not believe anymore. You should stop believing.
Do bells ring for you?
Every bell rings for me. Because I believe in hell. And that's what this movie's about. Yeah, it's a nightmare. It's a fucking nightmare. I used to think this was my favorite segment. Now I hate it.
Did you have to pause throughout it, or did you?
No, I was on the journey. I this was the first time that I saw that 1.5 speed is not available, and cursed the heavens. And you know how I feel about 1.5 speed. I'm not a fan.
Did you go listen to Josh Groban more after this?
And I knew it was him too. I didn't even have to look. I just knew it was him.
That was his big like break.
But
was this movie?
You asked who sang Rockin' on Top of the World.
Oh my God. Was it Groban?
No. Did you see the face? Let me just show you the elf. Now this might give it away. But that's okay. That's okay. Here, let me
I'll come up.
Okay, yeah, there we go. I wanted to hide the name. Okay, you've seen it now? Okay,
Is that fucking Steven Tyler?
That's fucking Steven Tyler.
Jesus Christ.
There's a Steven Tyler elf, and they are fucking rocking on top of the world. They are rocking on top of the world. You gotta hear it.
Oh no.
Listen to that. This is what is happening. There ain't no stopping. Spirit, swing that girl.
Oh. Come on.
Come on, shorty. Listen to that.
What is he doing?
He's fucking rocking on top of the world, Matt. I don't know what you don't understand about rocking on top of the world.
I would almost prefer Groban over that.
It hurt so bad watching this film. Everything about it. Fucking Alan.
You were hungover too.
Alan Silvestri, who I usually like, he's fucking fired his ass pus into our ear holes. I can't ever do it ever again. Tickets and little ticket messages and fucking Jake Lloyd's mugshot.
Eagles flying around.
Fucking regurgitating Eagles.
Red
nightmares.
How people let their kids watch this every year is beyond me.
Can you imagine? It's like Christmas Day. You know, some people like it's like a tradition. You go to the movies on Christmas Day. You're like, hey, we can go see Catch Me If You Can. No, I got something better. We're gonna go see Polar Express.
It's horrifying. It's really horrifying.
I'm gonna do it. Catch Me is 2002. Maybe
This is 2003. Yeah.
This is 04, I think, actually.
Okay. It's bad.
Why have you done this to us, Robert? And why are you continuing to do it to
I'm
us?
surprised they haven't had like a 15-year anniversary release or something like that.
Do you think that Flight is autobiographical because after seeing the atrocities that he unleashed on us for years between this
He
and
started
Scrooge
drinking a lot.
and Beowulf and Welcome to Marwin and whatever that movie with Robin Wright Penn is where they are in one room for all time?
Home?
That's him too, right?
Yes.
Fucking Robert Zemeckis. What the fuck?
He might.
Bobbert.
His record might not be great.
His batting average has definitely is definitely now in the red.
There was some
For sure.
There was some podcast that I was listening to about just how kind of lucky he was to fall into like the couple good movies that he fell into.
Lucky that I haven't caught up with him in the world, because when I do, I've got bones to pick. Robert.
Yeah, I mean,
Bobbert.
I mean, What Lies Beneath, Castaway, fine. Polar Express, awful. Beowulf, awful. Christmas Carol, awful. Flight, whatever. The Walk, awful. Allied, awful.
The Walk? What the fuck is The Walk?
That was the Joseph Gordon-Levitt one about the wire.
Oh,
walking.
fuck, that's him, right? Yeah, fucking
Allied, awful. Welcome to Marwin, awful. The Witches, awful. Pinocchio, awful.
The
Here.
Witches. Oh, Jesus, he did that remake?
Yeah, Pinocchio, awful. Here, awful.
Oh, he did fucking Pinocchio. Jesus Christ, Robert, you've got to go straight to hell. You have got to go straight. Straight there. I'm sorry. You've given us gifts. You've given us cinematic gifts, and you're squandering those gifts, Robert.
Giving us 3 gifts.
He's four at least. 4 gifts. Back to 1 and 2.
Okay. Roger Rabbit
Who Framed? Castaway.
and Castaway.
And parts of Forrest Gump. I'm not gonna hate Forrest Gump. I don't know.
What about Contact?
You know, I don't. Somebody had like a hot take about Contact because like they don't see the aliens, and that definitely is. It's definitely a bit of a. It's definitely anticlimactic. But I don't hate it. I'm not hating on all Contact. I can live with it. I like it.
So the last of those 4 or 5 was Castaway in 2000.
Okay.
So he hasn't had a good movie in 25 years.
Well, a Flight's okay. I'll give it to Flight. It's a bummer. It's a major bummer. But yeah, Robbie Zemeck, your fucking batting average is tanked, broseph. Holy shit. Polar Express happened to us. Holy shit. I couldn't stop saying, holy fuck. What the fuck? Holy shit. What the fuck? I couldn't stop. I scared my dog.
You didn't get up and dance to Hot Chocolate?
I did not.
Said that very, very firmly.
As is consistent with our rating system for the bargain bin.
Oh, yeah.
And again, this is not what you think it would be priced. This is what you're going to price it. Your pricing relates to what you believe the
What's
worth.
the high dollar amount? 5?
I believe it is $9.
Oh.
It's between $0 and $9.
$1.75.
Okay. I'm going to give this $1.11.
Why the 11?
Just because. Actually, you know what? I'm going to price it what it reflects accurately. $6.66. Because this movie's about hell.
It really is.
It's about
that was the big pull away. I was just like, I can't believe how horrifying this whole film is.
Yeah, it's a nightmare. And at one point he says, "Oh, am I dreaming? No, you're not dreaming. You're nightmaring. That's what's happening to you, Zygote." I can't recommend it to you, folks. Spare yourselves. This is the last thing we need to talk about. These fucking pigs, freaks, that we share a country with.
It's still top 10 today. I checked
made
again.
The Polar Express a top 10 film. Are you parking your fucking kids in front of this? Is that what's happening?
Because that's awful.
You can't park a fucking child in front of this.
No.
Nightmare!
Because shame on you if you're having your kids watch this.
Shame on you if you're putting it on. If you're giving it numbers. Well, I guess that's us. Shame on us.
Yeah.
Shame on us.
Oh, this is a PSA to not watch it anymore.
It's PSA, and frankly, you just shouldn't listen to us anymore because we did this to ourselves, and that should show you something about our intelligence. Mm-hmm. Why did we choose it?
Would you ever hate watch this again?
No. It's not. There's not hate word. It's too upsetting. Well, that has been the bargain bin. It pissed into our eyes this season. This is what the Christmas season is doing. Don't fucking park your kids in front of Polar Express. If you do, bring a Ouija board.
At least we brought in the Christmas season with a bang.
Mm-hmm.
We came rolling in with some hot chocolate.
This is the same fucks that like put their Christmas decorations up the minute the Halloween is over.
Past bargain bin. Would you rather watch this again or De Niro?
I'll watch the fucking Daddy's Mafia anytime.
I don't know.
Yeah, actually, you know what? They're both.
I'd watch Polar Express because at least I can just what the fuck my way through this.
I guess I would make a game out of Polar Express somehow.
Yeah.
There's no game that I could enjoy that I could take any joy out of in whatever Daddy's Italian Sadness Hole or whatever that movie's called. Well, fuck you for making this a top 10 on HBO Max, but this has been Cast Against Type. You can reach us at castagainsttype@gmail.com. Cast Against Type on the socials, including Instantgrams and others. You can find us wherever you find your fine podcasts. Probably go to Apple Podcasts, fuck Spotify, because they capitulated. They can go fuck themselves. Mm-hmm. Amazon, iHeart, YouTubers. Yeah, all of the places that you find your shit. Write into us. We've had some weird AI people writing into us.
Yes.
But we could use some more humans. Yeah. So reach out, spread the word, spread the cheer.
Do not watch the Polar Express.
Dante Alighieri's Polar Express. That's gonna do it. I hope everybody poops themselves this Thanksgiving. Will this be out for? I don't know. We're gonna who knows? Give a shit. Enjoy your fucking holiday. Eat your turkey. Don't poison yourself. Bye.